Yo, what up? I'm T, and this is Let's Talk About It, where we discuss news, music, and sports. Chances are, if it's happening out there, we talking about it here. Let's get it. So, unless you were somebody who just does not like boxing at all, or you're just somebody who likes MMA and don't give a shit about boxing, you were tuned in last night to the fight between Garcia and Tank Davis. So, for true boxing fans, this was a great time to be alive. It was the best fight that this universe could have put together for us. These two have been in talks for the past 2 years. A lot of trash talk, a lot of going back and forth, a lot of I'm gonna knock you out, a lot of everything, the good side, the bad side, the dark side, the light side, the angel, the demon. Like, it's always been between these two. And if you watched this last night, they did not disappoint. Now, I would start out as far as saying in the beginning of all of this, give me 1 second here. I will start out in saying in the beginning, the fights before the main event, the prelim fights were better than the co-main event fights. So you had the Rosado fight and the, I forget who the other guy's fight was. I felt like the Rosado fight, it was too much filling each other out and not wanting to get caught. They did not let their hands go. They did not want to fight. They came there for a payday. But I feel like the fight, the other fight, the guy that got knocked out in the first round, like, seriously, one of two things. Either he was just there for a payday, or this man should have never been in the ring in the first goddamn place. But whatever. Let's get to what really mattered last night. Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. Ryan and Gervonta Tank Davis. So in the first round, we got what true boxing fans was expecting. They felt each other out. They seen where each other was. They wanted to see what was going to happen and who had what power or whatever. Once they went back to their corners after the first round, you hear Ryan's coach telling him to continuously lay out the jab to keep him at bay and to be cautious of his uppercut because it's coming. He's looking for the uppercut, and Tank was looking for that uppercut towards the end of the first. But then you go over to Tank's corner, and Tank's coaches is basically like, dig off into him. He is not better than you, and he's scared. So when they come back out, I along with myself and probably other boxing fans, figured that these two were just going to fill each other out. Well, little did we know that Ryan Garcia was going to come out swinging for the fences. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it was, or if he thought he was going to catch Tank off guard. So for the first couple of times, he did catch Tank off guard. And I don't know if he was feeding off the energy of the crowd or what, but he was popping Tank, and he was just throwing haymakers. It almost looked like Mayweather against Logan whenever Logan just started throwing punches to the win. And Tank had the advantage defensively because he's shorter. So like I was saying before, people have to punch down at Tank. So it gives you more time to react, and he can always slip up under you. I mean, I remember at one point, Tank was so low that he damn near touched the mat when he was defensively getting away from Ryan. Don't get me wrong, Ryan put the heat on in the second round. But what Ryan fucked up at is, I don't know if he didn't catch the memo. I don't know if he didn't study the tape from Tank's last two fights. You don't back Tank into a corner consistently and not think that he gonna figure out a way to get out of there. Plus, we gotta remember something. Tank is trained by, was coached and trained by one of the best defensive fighters that boxing has ever seen, Floyd Money Mayweather. So when Ryan Garcia keeps backing him up, and if you look, the combination that he's throwing is the same combination repeated. So Tank is catching on to this. And Tank catches him with a left to the face and folds him like a lawn chair. And Ryan touches the canvas. Now, when Ryan comes back, He did come back, and I will appreciate the fact that Ryan Garcia did something that nobody else has done. Tank done something that nobody else has done, and that's make a super fight. So now you have Errol Spence and Bud Crawford. You have Shakur Stevenson and all these other fighters who constantly saying, we'll make the contract, we'll sign the contract, we'll sign the contract. These two just show that it's possible and it can happen. You know, you guys got to stop being prima donnas and step in the ring with each other, because nobody wants to lose their O. And I give mad respect to Ryan Garcia for stepping in that ring with somebody that he knows is a dog. And don't get me wrong, Ryan was throwing them combinations, and he caught Tank a couple of times. But see, Tank is a bull, man. And there was a couple of times in the fight when Tank actually was smiling at Ryan when it got very competitive, because he was loving it. By the 5th round, you know, Tank was still doing his thing, but now at this point, Tank is laying body shots, and he's tagging Ryan so much and so fast that at this point, Ryan's not knowing how to adjust to it. Ryan Garcia did not know how to adjust to Tank. And I feel like when he put the pressure on Tank, he felt like he was getting somewhere. So when he backed Tank against the ropes, what you don't understand is Tank is good at playing possum and allowing you to feel like you're actually putting this pressure on him and he can't do anything. So when Ryan Garcia kept doing that, Tank was setting him up every time and with popping. He did a lot of damage to Ryan's body. By the end of the 6th round, Ryan was already hurting. It was done. It was already done. Tank already seen that where he could expose and attack Ryan at. And like I told people, man, Tank don't live in an anime world. This is boxing, and you don't play boxing. And Tank showed you don't play boxing, man. And Ryan Garcia got caught again because he kept coming out. He came out in the 7th round, throwing those combinations again to the fences, trying to knock Tank out. And Tank let him do it and hit him with a body shot. And once Tank hit him with that body shot, when people don't understand, they're saying, you hear people saying that Ryan gave up and all these things. Ryan didn't give up. But I don't know if anybody's ever taken a body shot like that or taken a shot to the stomach. But when that happens, man, you lose your legs, bro. You lose your legs. And I remember a long time ago, it was a guy that trained actually with Floyd Mayweather. He told me once, he said, the worst thing you can do when you get ready to knock somebody out is charging at them and trying to knock them out. He has seen people who have been weak, who have been spaghetti-legged against a rope, against somebody who's almost knocked them out, get a knockout on the person who's too aggressive trying to get the knockout. And that's what happened to Ryan Garcia in the 2nd round, is he was trying to get a knockout and got knocked out. You know, we can't take nothing away from Ryan. Ryan's only 24 years old, and he's still got a lot of his career to go. But I'm interested to see where he goes next from this. And then in the press conference, Ryan's saying, oh, he felt weak before the Tank fight, and now people are starting to bring up the claws and all these different things because Tank wanted to make it to his advantage. But before that, y'all was all hype. Ryan was all hype, saying that he was ready. And all these other things. But if Tank had lost, I don't think he would have tried to give insight as to, oh, yeah, I lost because of Ryan's this and Ryan. He accepted his loss like a man. So all y'all Ryan Garcia fans, just accept the fact that Ryan lost to Tank because Tank is the better fighter. And defensively, Tank put his IQ on the line and showed you how good he is defensively. This was Tank's true testament to his defense and showing you how good he can maneuver and how good he can move. So where does Tank go from here? Who does he fight next? It's the next question. I don't know. Put it down there in the comment section. Hit the like and subscribe button for more content. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Until next time, deuces. Yeah, I'm gonna grind and shine. Yeah, I'm gonna get it. Yeah, I'm gonna make it mine. Pathetic green, you see me in that, hear me cream.